Hey guys, as some of you may know, I recently hit MR999 in Monster Hunter World on my last stream, and my community members from when I first got back into World told me they saw leaps and bounds in my improvement compared to back then. I thought it would be helpful for newer players and community members to learn about what I think were the key contributing factors to my improvement, and how I think players who feel like they've hit a wall can push through to the next level. The first thing I want to talk about is weapon choice. Weapon choices matter a lot in terms of your learning of the game. Why do you think that new players are discouraged from picking up weapons like the Charge Blade? The reason is because of the many resources that you have to manage, the decoration and gearing requirement, and the vast amount of options available at any given time can be overwhelming for someone who has to learn monster animations and game mechanics. Thus, the weapon to choose to learn is paramount in ensuring a smooth learning process of game mechanics. For new players, I recommend picking a simple, fast weapon that has minimal things to manage, such as dual blades or sword and shield. For the experienced players viewing this video, don't feel left out. I know there are videos saying that getting good at multiple weapons is the hallmark of good hunters. However, I disagree. To be a truly great hunter, I think that it is important to take a weapon to its limits. It's one thing to learn a weapon, but to optimize damage and confidently complete any hunt without taking a single hit is something that most of us can only work towards, never actualize. Setting your goal to be ever higher, while focusing on your weapon of choice, is how I went from carding once each phase of Fatalis to carding once every other phase of Fatalis. Baby steps. One thing that I did when I first got into Monster Hunter World again is I studied. I know that half the viewers are currently getting ready to hit that dislike button, hearing that word. Imagine studying in a video game. After I got myself into the game, I went around to multiple Twitch streams to learn about different monsters and weapons. There is a boundless number of very talented streamers and content creators who have a deep knowledge of the game, and I learned new ways to time dodges or punish attacks. My most memorable one was learning how to dodge Elytron's flying dragon explosion. For the longest time, I did what new players did, and I would Superman dive away. But after asking around and watching a few videos, I learned to listen and react to the brief pause to avoid the damage. Twitch streams aside, I also consulted multiple speedruns to help myself improve. In particular, I watched heroics runs to learn how players punish monsters without taking a single point of damage. Surprisingly enough, watching these runs also taught me how to optimize damage for different weapons. Since speedrunners are so insanely obsessed with getting the best possible time, it serves as a good baseline to see what are the strongest tools available to each weapon, as speedrunners will be using them frequently for their runs. The last thing I want to talk about is mindset. Of course, I can always be a cop-out and say that the most important mentality going into Monster Hunter is determination. I definitely can't disagree with the fact that determination is what got me through the game. However, I want to add an important aspect to one's mentality that is usually left to the wayside. That mindset is humility. Finding pride in our accomplishments provides motivation, but being able to reflect on the mistakes that have been made and being aware of the minor imperfections in our play provides the catalyst for growth. This also brings me to the final thing I found was important to my growth as a hunter. I found that the final contributing factor was a sense of curiosity. In particular, I found the feeling of trying out new strategies and putting them into practice was very rewarding and a satisfying process. While testing and learning the bow, I learned multiple strategies to complete each Fatalis run, until I found one that worked for me and my team. It was fruitful for me to try out any strategies that players used, including bad ones, and seeing if they were viable in any alternate situations. In short, I don't judge the cannon strat as bad. I tried the cannon strat out, and it was awful. Among all the contributing factors towards my growth, I feel like these are the three main aspects that contributed towards my development more than others. Hopefully, you found these tips on improving helpful. Let me know what you felt like was the biggest contributing factor towards the development of your skill. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.